If you've ever looked at your bank account and felt that strong regret after buying something you absolutely didn't need, then today's video might make you feel like a financial genius. Welcome back to Hollywood Histories.
Black. You know what the difference is between you and me? I make this look
Wrong quarter me.
It's a monster hand, I'm gonna lay that down. Because you got 2-4 and I'm not gonna draw against a made hand.
Today, we're looking at some of the biggest what were they thinking moments in movie history. We're talking about the people who walked away from life-changing money. The kind of money some small countries don't even make in a year. These were the actors who were handed the golden ticket, the keys to the kingdom, a literal mountain of cash, and said, yeah, I think I'll pass. In the high-stakes poker game of Tinseltown, these three stars went all in on the wrong hand. From passing on the role of a lifetime to rejecting a wizard's retirement fund, let's take a look at some of the most expensive no's in cinema history. Story 1. Will Smith's glitch in The Matrix. Let's travel back to 1998. Will Smith is basically the biggest movie star on the planet. He's coming off the massive success of Independence Day and Men in Black. Everything he touches is turning into box office gold. So, when two relatively unknown directors, the Wachowskis, come to him with a pitch for a little movie called The Matrix, everyone assumes it's a done deal. The pitch goes something like this. Hey Will, imagine a world where humans are batteries. You can dodge bullets in slow motion, and everyone wears way too much leather. Will's reaction? He didn't get it, not even a little bit. He literally told them, I don't see it. He was worried the now iconic bullet time effect would end up looking like a weird gimmick. So, instead of playing Neo and becoming the face of one of the most influential sci-fi franchises ever, Will decided to make Wild Wild West. You remember that one, right? The movie with the steam-powered gadgets and the infamous giant mechanical spider that everyone, including Will, now agrees was a disaster. Will Smith later admitted that Keanu Reeves was actually perfect for the role, saying that if he had played Neo, he probably would have messed it up by trying to be funny. But even with that humility, the Big Willie brand definitely took a hit on that paycheck. Keanu walked away with somewhere around $250 million across the trilogy. Will walked away with, well, a catchy theme song about a cowboy.
I did turn down Neo in The Matrix.
Story 2. Shan Connery's wizarding blunder. If Will Smith's mistake was about not understanding the vibes, Shan Connery's was something else entirely. Pure, old-school confusion. When New Line Cinema was prepping The Lord of the Rings, they wanted a legend to play Gandalf. They wanted someone with gravity. Someone with a voice that could command an army of orcs. They wanted the original 007. To get him on board, they offered Connery an absolutely massive deal, $10 million per movie, plus 15% of the total box office. Connery read the script, he watched the tapes, and then he uttered the most expensive sentence in Scottish history. I never understood it. He told the producers that even after reading the book and seeing the plan, he just didn't get why everyone was obsessed with a ring. So he passed. Ian McKellen stepped in, gave us an iconic performance, and the trilogy went on to make nearly $3 billion. Do the math on that 15% cut. We are talking about roughly $450 million. That is not a paycheck. That is a private island and a fleet of gold-plated yachts. The sting was so bad that Connery reportedly decided he wouldn't miss out on the next big weird thing. That next big thing turned out to be the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It was so bad it actually made him retire from acting entirely. He went from passing on the greatest fantasy trilogy ever to being defeated by a movie where he drives a car in Venice. Talk about a you shall not pass moment.
Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
Story 3. Matt Damon's Avatar regret. Finally, we have the king of all oops moments, Matt Damon. Now Matt is a smart guy. He's got an Oscar for writing. He knows how the industry works. But when James Cameron calls you, you don't check your calendar. You just say yes. Cameron approached Damon to lead a little project called Avatar. At the time, Damon was busy with the Bourne movies, and he didn't want to bail on his crew. To sweeten the pot, Cameron offered him 10% of the film's profits. Damon said no. Sam Worthington got the role, and Avatar went on to become the highest-grossing movie of all time. Matt Damon later calculated exactly what that no cost him. In an interview, he joked, through what I assume were suppressed tears, that he left $250 million on the table. He famously said, "I've left more money on the table than any actor actually in history." The best part? When he told his friend John Krasinski about the missed 10% deal, Krasinski told him, "If you had done that movie, nothing in your life would be different, except right now, we'd be having this conversation on a space station." Matt's still doing fine, but every time he sees a blue person, I bet he feels a very specific kind of pain in his wallet. It just goes to show that in Hollywood, your gut feeling can either make you a legend or cost you $250 million.
I was offered a little movie called Avatar. Jim Cameron called me. He offered me 10% of Avatar.
Oh, God.
You will never meet an actor who turned down more money than me.
Which of these actors do you think made the biggest mistake? Personally, I think I'd still be crying about the Gandalf money. Drop a comment below with the role you think was the biggest missed opportunity in history. While you're down there, hit that like button and subscribe to Hollywood Histories so you don't miss our next deep dive into the chaos of Tinseltown.